Hey there, Toonami faithful, and welcome back aboard Toonami Absolution, the show where we talk about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. Once again, we are your hosts. My name is Alex.
I'm Sam.
And I'm John. Space Ghost Season 2, Episode 3, The Girlie Show, and Space Ghost Season 2, Episode 4, Hungary. Debut March 24th, 95, and March 31st, 95.
Yeah, these are two episodes that really kind of stick in my memory. Particularly Hungry, because of Zorak's nephew. And Space Ghost the Paschetti joke is one of those that always kind of sticks with me a bit.
I,
Um
I
just
love that joke.
just prompting Zorak's nephew to say mispronounce spaghetti and then mispronouncing it himself as he dreams of Paschetti.
He's so hungry the whole. That is a great framing joke.
Yeah. But I mean, in terms of the girly show, God bless Fran Drescher for coming on and entertaining these cosmic clowns for a few minutes anyway.
Yeah, God bless Fran Drescher for having no idea what's going on.
I feel
Uh,
like at this point, Fran Drescher might have been too famous for this show.
there is some behind the scenes for this. So Fran Drescher was the nanny was airing. The nanny was sort of at its peak. You would say I'm not up on my nanny lore, but this is when it was getting decent ratings. Carol Channing had been in Thumbelina, the animated Thumbelina, the year before, was doing Hello Dolly at the time, which would be like her famous Broadway role. Alice Cooper was here to promote The Last Temptation, his album and comic book, which had some good songs on it, but wasn't a good concept album overall. Bombed. But in the commentary for this episode, they basically say, we interviewed these people all within a month of each other. This was from the original round of people who had no idea what the show was.
Yeah.
They basically rag on Fran Drescher by basically, you can't see right now, she's got an awful dog. And then one of them is joking, it's her agent.
I
She
believe
does
that.
you do see it briefly. She does kind of readjust Pup into frame. But
I, I do have to throw this out here really quickly because this episode of Space Ghost started my actual obsession with Alice Cooper.
mm,
For those of you who don't know, Alice Cooper is my favorite musician of all time. I have listened to every single Alice Cooper album, and I've seen him in concert 3 times. So
Well,
I was very excited to remember this.
well, I'm going to ruin it for you because they also mentioned they hated recording with Alice Cooper.
I can imagine they would. Like,
Yeah, just for the whole thing. We couldn't do very much with his because his interview was really horrible / not good, very short. He didn't have much to say. He was only came on to push his thing. We had a load of stuff we had to ask. He wasn't very excited or very game. To the point, the one writer is, I think we used too much of Alice. I think we were nervous and we should have cut more of him. Yeah, so it was like
that's fair.
he just wasn't in the mood, and yeah, he just wanted to talk about his comic book.
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, you can tell that, like, I think Carol Channing is the one who's actually kind of having the best time with it, and she's adorable.
In the commentary, they love Carol Channing. They actually make a big point of it. She was just so nice in this interview. She was so game and up for it. She's a trooper. She expected to be blown away like the Bee Gees,
Hmm.
but and she kind of apparently pushed for it to be blown away. But they're like, we've already done that gag, so we kind of like her being Space Ghost shoulder to cry on. But yeah, you can tell Carol Channing is so down.
she wants to get the zap. She wants to get the zap.
She's so actually adorable. Like,
Yeah.
Carol Channing is like, in all phases of her life, is one of those human beings that you just want to like hold in your hands and put in your pocket. Like,
Yeah.
she's so cute.
Or hold me and put me in her pocket. I'm fine with the reverse.
That's fair.
Yeah, you could it's amazing because yeah, this is still from that first block of recordings apparently, and you can clearly tell that some people get it, some people just don't. And Fran clearly doesn't get it. You notice she's repeating the question every time as well.
Yeah.
That's all her answers are just repeats of the question. Yeah, and Alice Cooper doesn't say anything.
Yeah,
No.
it's no, he didn't say anything, and I think that
I'm
was for the best.
so sad because they have one really nice joke here where Zorak is confusing him for Ozzy Osbourne, mentioning biting the bat off the head, and Cooper just no sells it. Like, surely you're meant to get like really annoyed by that because he's got the wrong guy, but no, he's like, oh, okay.
I mean, it strikes me some of these interviews that they happen towards the end of the junket when the talent's kind of checked out. Like, hey, can we just get like 5 minutes with this person to talk about whatever? And it's Space Ghost. I do like the Jack Klugman gag in
It's so
The
weird and I
Girlie
love
Show.
it.
We all love a bit. We all love a bit of Klugman. Yeah.
We're all Klug men, like
Yes.
obvious.
And
That's the club. It's Klug Men.
The Klug men.
in case you're wondering, the answer to Zorak's question is 4. He has been on 4 Twilight Zone episodes, and the fact I shouted out 4 and was right means I should watch less television, I think. Yeah, he was in a Passage for Trumpet, A Game of Pool, Death Ship, and In Praise of Pip.
Yeah. Was he alive to recognize that Moltar gives him the tribute at the end?
I believe not.
Oh, we lost a Klugman.
We
Okay.
lost the Klugman. We lost one half of the Odd Couple.
I'm not up on my Klugman life expectancies.
The Klug lore. It's the Klug lore. Excuse you.
I love in the commentary though, like even they can't remember why exactly they started talking about Klugman. It's like we have no memory of this. It's like, oh, we just kind of
It's just kind of funny. We just enjoyed it.
Yeah, so I do like the framing device of this, where it's like Space Ghost trying to have like an episode dedicated to women, and then just hitting on all of them and getting increasingly upset.
It's on brand. It's on brand for Mr. Ghost.
And also, I love Moltar's special montage of women entertainment, which is a load of very fast clips. If you pause, you will notice one of the clips is just a monkey.
That's funny. Like I like those little visual gags they give Moltar where he has his like weird editing bits. Like I enjoy some intern at Ghost Studios really enjoyed putting those together.
I love that he has to he's going through a pronunciation guide.
Yeah, in the second episode.
Oh my god.
He is trying to work out how to say. Is it apocalypse? He's trying to work out how to say.
He is, because
apocalyptic.
Raymond can't say he doesn't. He leaves off the A. So
apocalyptic.
Yeah.
I do like for Raymond just being like a smaller version of Zorak's character.
Yeah.
But
what I love especially about Raymond is on a big TV you can tell that he is like slightly clearer than Zorak is because he's not been stretched.
Yeah.
He's about the size he normally is.
Yeah, they didn't have to mess with the resolution at all.
They didn't have to mess with the resolution at all. Like it could do like a fun little gag with Zorak. I did enjoy the constant like weird back and forth with Raymond and Zorak. I feel like there's more to talk about in Hungry than there really is in the Girlie Show.
There's a lot to talk about in Hungry.
I mean, yeah. Where do you want to go? Michael Stipe?
Michael Stipe, I will give him credit, does a decent job here for a man who is generally not that charismatic.
Yeah, he's anti-charismatic most of the time.
He's promoting the album Monster, which had the single What's the Frequency, Kenneth, which is a good R.E.M. song, but it's a good R.E.M. song, so that's a low bar. Lassie is here promoting Lassie Best Friends Forever, which is a 1994 TV movie. This is how I found out the Lassie franchise stretched into the 90s.
Sure
you didn't know that the Lassie franchise was in the 90s? I remember that made-for-TV movie.
Well, I've got it on my watch list for future.
Oh, as long as we don't make it another movie, a movie pick of
time for the Lassie block. No, I was like, that's a very weird joke to make. I thought Lassie I thought Lassie died in the 60s. Lassie did die in the 60s, but another dog took the role, which is weird because even Space Ghost acknowledges that this is one of the dogs that has played the role.
Yeah, it's like the Doctors.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought that Lassie would work on like Muppets kayfabe, where we all pretend it is the same dog and not 60 of them. But apparently, it doesn't.
I feel like pretending that a collie is well into its 40s is a tough sell.
Yeah.
I mean, it knows when people have fallen down wells. That's not the weirdest thing about the dog.
Lassie did find out about Brack falling. Brack wasn't in a well or something.
Yeah, Brack got bitten by a rattlesnake, which this would technically be Brack's debut. Well, remembering that Tune In wasn't a Space Ghost episode.
Right, yeah.
That's
Yeah,
right.
I mean, I suppose if if only to get there's a point, I'm trying to remember what the point is where Brack becomes like a fixture on the show.
Don't know. It's. I thought it happened already, but it's certainly maybe next season.
It
Yeah.
might. I think it's like a season 3, season 4 thing because he interchanges with Zorak a couple times. Like sometimes it's Zorak, sometimes it's Brack, and then at a certain point it becomes mostly Brack.
Right. And after to the point where Brack got his own show. And I feel like they phase out Moltar eventually.
Yeah, I think Moltar gets phased out too. I don't remember who they replace Moltar with though.
I
It
think Molotov. There's a bit of that in the commentary for Girlie show. They do note that this is the point where they're starting to consider getting rid of Moltar because they don't know what to do with him.
Mm.
Yeah, that's a shame. I love Moltar. I mean, original Toonami host, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's why
he
we're
he,
here.
he is good. He's good. He's good in this episode. There's because this episode's weird. It's another one that kind of drops the talk show format, and we get two extended live action sketches basically.
Mhm.
With Moltar calling the pizza guy and demanding them to send him dough because he can cook it in 20 seconds.
The pizza guys were great.
I
We also
love
yeah,
it.
we get a filmed sequence. The budget's going up. We get a filmed sequence that fits into this.
Bloated orange roughy on the pizza.
Yes. Oh, yeah. This episode doesn't have a commentary. I'm really sad. I really want to know: did they like make a set for the pizza place, or did they just like slip their local place like $20 to take a camera in there after hours?
I love the guys too. It's like we don't got no orange roughy. We don't got a halibut. We gotta get you have orange roughy or we have this. It's a very like it's a weirdly Staten Island pizza place, and I kind of love the Staten Island energy of it.
Yeah.
I love them. Zora being fixated on sun bloated as well. It's just a fun word to hear in his voice.
Sure, it's sun bloated orange roughy.
Um, I do like for an episode that's all about hunger and food and everything, I do like the closing gag that Zorak eats Raymond.
Yes.
He's a mantis. They eat their young.
Yeah.
Well, he can't decide, as they also bring up this episode, because they keep flipping back and forth between Mantis and Locust again, and Space
Yeah.
Ghost calls it out. Yeah.
Locust of the apocalypse. Yeah.
The lone locust of the apocalypse. Oh, you're a locust now. I thought you were a mantis.
We also meet Space Ghost's horse, who is footage not found.
Is the horse canon to Space Ghost? Is there a horse in Space Ghost like with Supergirl?
There probably is now. They've mentioned it.
There's a space monkey like Super Friends, like Gleek.
I do remember the space monkey. I'm curious because Space Ghost also has for those of you who don't know, Space Ghost actually has a line of comic books that are
Yeah.
nothing like like the original cartoon.
Because they're played for straight, like they're like, this is Space Ghost. And it's like, okay.
I'm wondering if
Alex Ross did the covers for the first series.
Alex Ross did do the covers for the first match. Remembering that Alex goddamn Ross did the cover for the Space Ghost series is kind of crazy.
There's part of me that it's like, because all Alex Ross prints are super expensive. There's part of me that wants to get an Alex Ross Space Ghost, just a print, not the original, for my like office.
Do you think the Space Ghost print would be cheaper than like the Red Sun print?
Well, sure, but
Probably.
I mean, it would have to be, right?
yeah.
Definitely
Unless it's
cheaper.
limited stock, unless he only made so many.
My favourite thing about the Space Ghost comic is that I did talk to a guy who owns a comic shop a while, but just after that came out, and the Space Ghost comic was the most returns he's ever had in his store's history. So many people brought it back thinking they'd got the wrong comic because it's played straight and like it's his audio, his customers were like mid-30s nerds. So they were like, "Oh yeah, Space Ghost, that's the comedy show." And it's like, "Oh no, this is a serious superhero comic." No, where's Jack Klugman?
Yeah.
We're Klug men. This is what we expect out of our Space Ghost.
Yeah, well, he's not going to try to sing "Shiny Happy People." He's not going to try to do that.
Do you think I'm a shy? Yeah, that's Michael Stipe, shiny person, which is a great line.
Especially in that voice. In Zorak's voice, it's even better.
He is so good. And again, that's why I do quite like Michael Stipe, because he does treat Space Ghost with that just little bit of derision that really, like, he clearly, like, he's playing along, but yeah, you've got to be like slightly offended when he goes against your thing, surely. And that's like what Alice Cooper should have done. He does here.
Yeah. I do like that I mean, it's Michael Stipe, one of the greats in terms of 90s singer-songwriters. I mean, he has an entire band, but the
They don't count.
yeah.
They don't
It's
count, just him.
but he's like at like REM is at its peak at this point as far as I'm concerned, and just seeing him like trying to goad Michael Stipe into singing and like talking to him just like seeing his
That
nonplussed like Michael Stipe reaction is just perfect.
well, that was him in the corner, and that was him in the spotlight.
Yeah.
Talking of weird inside guests, we get the two Indian gentlemen.
Who are those guys?
Well, would you like lore? They are two clerks from K&L's Rock America souvenir shop.
What?
Basically, they became frequent characters on the Late Show with David Letterman because the gift shop was nearby. So Letterman would do sketches in that gift shop, and then started sending them around the country as roving reporters. Where the joke was that they're two think sort of clerks, and they're just two weird clerks who are now having to do like talk show stuff. It's a very inside baseball gag.
That's why they were saying hi, Dave.
Yes.
Okay.
And that's
all
also
right.
sort of playing into Space Ghost wanting to be an actual talk show host, but him getting, nothing going right for him.
Okay, that makes more sense. The phone bit is, I guess, that's also part of the Letterman thing.
Phone.
Not phone bit. No, they got the pizza. That was it. They got
Yeah,
the
they
pizza.
took the pizza that was for Space Ghost and ate it, and then he complained, leading to Zorak eating his nephew.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't
intercept.
see any orange roughy on that pizza, by the way.
I mean, they couldn't afford that. That'd be a whole prop.
Yeah.
I do love the fact the pizza is clearly just a pizza they have like. It's not like we haven't like space made a Space Ghost pizza. We have just gone to the place. I forget. I don't think they even went to the. I get a feeling they may have just gone to like craft services and just taken it from another production.
Yeah.
They went to Staten Island and they hit up Villamonte on Page Avenue and they got like a pizza.
It
Like
looks
some,
good. I mean, maybe I'm just hungry, but it did look
It
good.
did look good.
it did look. I thought they did. There's like another show on the lot now. It was like turn. I was like, oh yeah, we had the episode where the pizza we had ordered just didn't turn up. It's just because the Space Ghost guys nicked it.
Yeah.
Just waiting for a pizza to show up and then they run in, grab it, and leave.
That's probably how they entice them to participate. It's like free pizza.
Free pizza.
To be fair, these guys were on a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
They had a lot of guest appearances on talk shows and TV shows. Sometimes a Letterman skit, sometimes not as a Letterman skit.
Jeez. That's a relic from the 90s, like the Jerky Boys.
These guys are
is such a
funnier.
these guys are funnier, and it does feel like this is such a deep cut for like
Yeah.
90s joke, you know?
Yeah.
Like this is the kind of thing that would pop up as like the $800 question on Jeopardy.
Yeah, I just think I felt I was there like, what the hell? What tipped me off is I was trying to work out who the pizza guys were.
Are they anybody or are they just guys?
They're not listed as guests in the credits. How I found these two guys, they are listed as guests in the credits. They get full credit. So the pizza guys must be just members of the crew
Yeah.
because they don't get special credits.
Yeah.
You think they paid like an actual pizzeria, like I don't know, like $500 in 90s money, which is $10,000 today, and said, "Hey, can we like you guys want to read some lines and we'll film you?" And they were like, "Oh man, we're trying to break into acting. This is perfect."
Yeah.
We could be like those guys on Letterman.
Yeah, I don't even know if 500 would do it, right? I think they could just kind of be like, yo, $75 and I don't know, a special thank you or something.
$75 a special thank you, and we'll buy you some beer. And those guys are like,
Space
hell
Ghost
yeah.
will come and visit.
Yeah.
Like they had
It's
the live
still
action.
I've mentioned this on this show before, but it's still my white whale at cons is seeing a Space Ghost cosplay. I
I've
haven't
seen
done
it.
I'm sure I mean I've seen stuff online, it exists, but I've never seen a Space Ghost. I've seen a Pepsi Man, but I've never seen a Space Ghost.
If you do it, you need like a little Zorak puppet.
Yeah, and behind like a xylophone round thing.
Since I've been going to New York Comic Con every year since it started, like I've
Yeah.
seen like a handful, but it's not. You're right. It's not a very common costume. It should be.
I assume
Like,
it's because it's a white costume.
Nah, UCP. Look at anybody who does any anime cosplay. You got to be okay with wearing white if you're gonna cosplay.
All right, yeah. It
Like,
does get it is like a
I
magnet for all kinds of like filth.
I mean, I did an X cosplay recently, and I have a pure white suit for it, and I was very lucky, but I did bring a lot of napkins.
Mm.
I think it's just because you've got to pull off sort of the pure energy of Space Ghost, which is very hard to do.
I think
Yeah.
you have to, if you're gonna do Space Ghost, you should have like one of the like a desk to bring with you, like a little desk that you could interview people while you're at the convention. I think that that would be a good photo op.
You only get 4 poses for the entire convention. You've got to think about it because you
That,
lose one for walking.
we did get a new pose in the Girlie show though, the like Space
No.
Ghost.
Oh
Where
yeah, we did.
he did
Which
get a
is
new
like
pose.
which is the pose on the home video cover.
Yes. We also got Girlie Show gave us original animation as well with the can of stuff that flies towards the screen.
The diddly squat.
Diddly squat.
Diddly
There we go.
squad. Diddly squad. Like
Um,
what a fun thing.
I love in the commentary they point out, yeah, that's new animation. That costs money.
Was it $75 in a case of beer?
They don't go any further. They're too busy complaining about Fran Drescher.
Fran Drescher and Alice Cooper. Jeez, yeah.
That episode
Carol
just
Channing
seems,
MVP.
that episode just seems well. I'm really sad Hungry doesn't have a commentary because I'm also desperate to know if Lassie was actually promotion for Lassie. Because I can totally see them doing a Lassie film and putting the dog on the junket circuit. Or did the Space Ghost guys go, we want to fill this in, why don't we have Space Ghost interview a dog? And then like someone in the cast had a dog. Like, oh look, it looks a bit like Lassie, let's put the dog on. The dog seems very well trained, which makes me think it might be an official Lassie.
Yeah. It would I think it's an official like she's too well groomed to be a non-official Lassie.
I don't think they just got a random border collie. I think it's
A Lassie cosplayer. It's actually a Great Dane.
They stole a pizza, they stole a dog.
Like it would fit within their budget maybe if one of them happened to own a collie, but I think it's an actual Lassie. It's like Lassie 13, everyone's favorite.
Was that before was this Lassie before the first Air Bud movie or after the first Air Bud movie?
This is the Lassie
Oh,
that Bi generated.
oh God, that's a good question.
No, because Airbud is because the Lassie Best Friends Forever is 94. Airbud is like 2000s.
The
Uh,
first Air Bud?
the
Yeah.
very first Airbud's like 97.
That's like 97,
Oh,
98. Yeah. So at this
oh,
point there was
right.
no rule.
The, sorry, this is a totally random aside. If you're ever in BC, you go to the Britannia Mine Museum. Hashtag sponsored. They have a wall of things of postings that have shot in the Britannia Mine Museum, and one of them is Airbud. But because of how the poster is really, really faded, and it's just like this sort of faded picture of a dog's face, it makes Airbud look like a serious Oscar-worthy drama. It's like the most atmospheric picture. If I still have it on my phone, I will splice it in. But it is
Hey,
so funny. It's
hey,
like
Air Bud
bo-
is documentary.
Boys in the Hood, dog edition.
Like, but yeah, no, this was proof that there was no rule a dog couldn't do a press junket. We
Oh,
wrote it down.
it did lead to my favourite joke of the entire of this block, actually, of Space Ghost. Here's a high-pitched noise only you can hear. Start screaming.
Yeah.
And then they use the same vocal clip in when Zorak is repeating the sound.
Yeah.
Oh, that's such a good joke. Like that,
And then they redo it for Michael Stipe and
You were from Michael Stipe.
yeah.
yeah, no,
Everyone kind of
Hungry is so,
braces himself.
is Hungry the best episode of season 2? I think it might be.
We
When I
still
think about
got
it.
we still
Got
got
episodes.
We still got episode. I'm trying to remember what else comes in season 2, and I think it might actually be the funniest. Now I think about it.
it's up there. I mean, yeah, it's like I say, there was a lot of memory bombs watching more so Hungry than the Girly Show. Um, yeah, because of Raymond, I think that one just kind of that was the unique thing that really stuck out.
I do
The
like
girl,
Raymond's his little voice. Hello. Hello.
Sounds like an actual child.
It
it
does.
does.
Yeah.
Was it an actual child or did they just pitch up one of the other?
I think it was just the Zorak's voice actor being high. At least, I would think if it was an actual child, we'd have seen more footage of the child. I would love to see them trying to get a child to record this.
That would
They
be
probably had a good time.
yeah. One of their little cousins just needed something to do.
Hey,
Yeah.
little Timmy, do you want to meet Space Ghost? Who the hell is Space Ghost?
You're about to find out.
He's the greatest. But no, to your point, John, yeah, I do think like for me, Hungry's a highlight in the entire series at this point.
Girlie Show feels like a season, feels like those early season 1 episodes again.
Mm.
In that we're still kind of building things around the guests, trying to do the talk show thing, and the guests are people who would be doing junkets, but they're not quite sure what's going on.
Yeah.
Apart from Carol Channing, who I don't think she knows what's going on, but she's just a old pro and it's a good comic timings that can pull through.
Like, I think that's it. Is like when you are a person who has like genuinely good comedic timing on this show, you tend to do pretty well in the early parts with Space Ghost. Like if you kind of get it, you get it. If you don't, then it's just gonna fall. It's gonna rely on Space Ghost to carry it. So
yeah, I also know the thing. It seems to be a thing. Older outside of Weird Al, it's older actors are doing well, and I partially think that's because if you're an older actor, you've sort of cemented yourself and can be an idiot and be the punchline a little bit. Because it is like Alice Cooper there, who clearly doesn't want to be a punchline, so he's just stonewalling. Even Fran Drescher kind of has that. You kind of tell, like, I'm a big network star. I'm not going to pretend I'm in love with the cartoon character or really do a bit.
it could also be a stage actor kind of thing, because I know that like Adam West, I think at a certain point had stage acting in his background. I know that it's Carol Channing. She was an amazing stage actor. That could also be part of it.
To be fair, it would make sense. Like people who are used to acting against things that aren't there or acting in environments that don't exist, you're probably more used to that. I mean, that's why a lot of the early anime voice actors were all stage actors. Because they just were just more used to working around things not being physically present.
Sure. I was just looking ahead. We do have another guest coming up soon that I think goes down as one of the highlights of the show for me anyway.
Oh, who was that?
I mean, I'll just say it fine. Next week we've got like Donny Osmond.
Oh right, yes, because we have Bonaducci again next week. Yes.
The man with the more teeth in his mouth than he should have.
Yes. The Osmond.
More teeth than the Osmond family.
Who's somehow still working.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Somehow has less wrinkles now than he did in 1994.
Well, that's what happens when you bathe in the blood of the innocent.
Yeah.
Oh, I presume just use grout, like tile grout.
That's you just have to brush. You just have to brush.
The Italian guys from the pizza shop just come in and do Donny Osmond's face, just like, that's gonna be like $200, but for you, I'll give you a deal, $150 if you keep calling me for the touch-up.
Yeah.
Get Big Sal in with the hose. I love those pizza guys.
Pizza guys are great.
I'm kind of sad I couldn't find who they were because I will subscribe to their newsletter.
Like I said, I was surprised we got new filmed, like footage filmed specifically for this episode. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, and we get drawings for this episode as well because there's little drawings of Raymond at the end.
Yeah.
Hungry just took the budget. It's like, Avatar? What's Avatar?
Who? James Cameron, who? James Gunn, what? I'm only thinking of James's. But since we're cutting close to the end, do we have any final thoughts?
I mean, Hungry's one of the all-time greats. The Girlie Show's fine. It's certainly not the worst episode. I don't even think it's the worst episode this season. But yeah, we'll move on. We'll move on to other kind of wild things in the episodes to come.
Hungry is one of the episodes I'd give to people as like a start for Space Ghost. I think it's probably the point where I'd argue Space Ghost really becomes Space Ghost, where the sort of this talk show stuff is kind of gone pretty much, and we're going more into just surrealist humor. Yeah, Girlie Show is fine. It's just putting it next to Hungry isn't fair to it. It's a passable Space Ghost episode, but you can just clearly feel that something isn't quite there yet. And Girlie Show is also done by the era. I think if you have no nostalgia for seeing Fran Drescher, you're going to lose a bit of this because she isn't funny on her own. And especially for me, I don't really care about the nanny, so there was no novelty for me seeing her there. Where there is with Michael Stipe, because oh yeah, I know that dude. So yeah, Hungry definitely must go out and watch Hungry if you haven't already seen it.
Yeah.
Hungry is the episode where if they brought the storybook guys back, I would want them to draw that episode. Like that's how I'm gonna judge Space Ghost episodes going forward. Is the story time guys if I wanted them to draw that episode. And I think Hungry would be the one that I would want them to draw because it's fun, it's giving you a lot of the weird surrealist stuff, and the guests are having a good time too. Like Girlie Show is fine, but I think you're right. Putting it up against Hungry is just not fair. It'd be like watching the first Star Trek movie and then immediately watching Wrath of Khan. Like they're both good, but it's Wrath of Khan. You just can't do it. Star Trek the slow motion picture, I love it, but it's not Wrath of Khan.
Except for the fact that it's how many minutes do they spend cruising the outside of the Enterprise?
I think it's like a full 15 minutes.
It's a while. They really let you know they're back on the Enterprise.
It's a movie with an overture. When a movie has an overture, we're done.
So up its own ass. It's the look, I enjoy Star Trek the Motion Picture, broadly speaking. But yeah, that movie is so up its own ass.
It's 15 minutes or Shatner trying to act. You can't have both.
We all know that Star Trek movies, the odd number ones are meh, the even numbered ones are
I like Search for Spock.
Like I said, but when you compare it against Voyage Home, is it as good as Voyage Home?
I saw Voyage Home in theaters. Anyway,
we have pulled into our final destination, not the Enterprise. We pulled into our final destination, and so it is time for us to disembark from Toonami Absolution. We want to thank you once again for joining us and talking about the shows that made us us and the shows that made you you. We have been your hosts. My name is Alyx.
I'm Sam.
And I'm John.
And we'll see you next time. Bang.